The guides that you have from Yamnuska Mountaineering are amongst the tops in their field. What we enjoy is a real strong commitment of some of the best guides in the Canadian system, as well as international guides. For example, we have glacier guides from New Zealand this year. We've had them from Italy, from France, and they're top in their field. But once again, to perhaps repeat myself, many of them have 15 to 20 years experience with the training center here and in Banff. Pierre Lemire, for example, in the glacier program. They are our best spokesman for the Army Cadet movement in the professional guiding world. And so the camp enjoys a very high reputation, which extends into regional expeditions and other ventures which we pursue from Rocky Mountain in the off-season. They're the top in the mountaineering world, and their achievements are, I guess, legion and maybe too numerous to mention, but their reputation is extremely strong. And what encourages us, they speak with great pride of the fact that they are serving Canada's youth right at the center, year after year after year.
How does that make you feel knowing that we have that level of staff here?
Well, it makes me feel very proud that that the program is developed to the point that it would attract such talented people. And in my mind, it's a win-win situation with Yamnuska. True, they are employees to a degree, or contractors to a degree, but they have their heart and soul in the program in the same way that our CIC officers do as well.
What kind of officers come here? What kind of CIC officers are able to come here?
Well, I guess I would start by saying my personal opinion, although I never was a platoon commander at Banff or Rocky. I was a company commander a number of times at both the old camp and Banff here at Rocky. The next best job to platoon commander would be company commander, but I believe the best job in Army Cadets would be platoon commander or assistant platoon commander here at Rocky. Because of the physical challenge, because of the motivation level amongst the cadets, the ability to expose yourself to another culture, whether it be British, Francophone, whether it would be perhaps First Nations, you can grow so much as a person in such a short time. It takes almost a half a year to reflect on how well you've done once you've gone through as an officer at Rocky Mountain. It is a heart and soul enterprise because you're busy from 0545 in the morning quite often until 2200 in the evening. So it's a very, very busy, demanding schedule, but with what you accomplish in the field with the cadets leading from the front, it's intensely rewarding as well. My best memory would be of Second Lieutenant Christine Nolan, who was an Army Cadet here in 2004. Was very successful in the CLCC course, and subsequently I led her on a national expedition in Jasper, and we were riding horses up to Saturday Night Lake. And I casually mentioned, so I'll be the commanding officer next year. What would you like me to change about the way we do things at Rocky Mountain? And she virtually jumped almost on the same horse as I was, and she told me, she scolded me and said, don't you change one thing about Rocky Mountain. I had the time of my life. It was the most fabulous experience I had in my cadet career. Now, don't you change that, sir. I would say that there is a very exciting future in Army Cadets because with the program update, the focus will be on expedition training. That is getting in the outdoors and testing your mind and body, I guess, against the elements or in that type of a scenario. And it starts with a Green Star expedition training type of experience, and that could maybe just an overnight camp in Red Star. Many of them are mountain biking and going on a more extended hike. The expedition training that we have for the Silver Stars, which I've been privileged to be part of, involves paddling and then hiking to a mountain peak. And finally, with the Gold Stars, we are full into expeditions which will train them for international and national expeditions, in which in Alberta here, we camp over 6,000 feet overnight and scramble a significant peak, and the views and the challenge are outstanding. So from there it leads to Rocky Mountain perhaps, it leads to our regional, our national and international expeditions, and I think that we're on the right track, and I think that it's a very exciting prospect for someone who loves the outdoors.
Is there any other organization that compares to this?
Well, I have extensive background as a teacher and a principal, and had similar type of outdoor programs within schools that I've seen. I was a Boy Scout as I grew up, but I don't think I've actually seen anything in my long experience that matches the Army Cadet program for the way that we're supported and the ventures that we undertake. If you can dream it in the outdoors, you can virtually do it with the way the future is opening.